my future wife's photo somehow revealed in this video, and as I look at it, I can't help but feel that the world is catching a glimpse of something that has always been mine to treasure. Her face, soft, radiant, unguarded, carries with it more meaning than 1,000 words I could ever speak. To many, it might just be an image, a fleeting frame caught in passing, but to me, it is the embodiment of every promise, every dream, and every future I hold dear. It feels almost unfair, in a way, that others get to see what I once believed only my heart could fully understand. Because behind that photo lies not just beauty, but a story of strength, of kindness, of love that has patiently grown through shadows and sunlight alike. That smile, innocent to those who see it on a screen, holds entire chapters of our journey. It holds the quiet nights we spent dreaming of tomorrow, the laughter that echoed when we shared secrets, the silent prayers whispered when we were apart. To anyone else, the photo is just a moment, but I know it as proof that love exists in its purest form, proof that destiny sometimes leaves its signs in ways the world cannot ignore. And though part of me wants to protect her image, to shield it from curious eyes, another part of me feels pride that the person I will call my wife carries such light within her, that even a simple picture can stir hearts. I imagine what people must be thinking as they see her face, the questions, the assumptions, the curiosity that spreads like wildfire. They cannot know the truth that I do, that behind those eyes lies a soul I will honor with every breath, that behind that gentle expression lies a courage stronger than kingdoms, that behind that photo lies my entire world. And perhaps it's fitting that the world sees her now, because one day soon, she will not just be mine in promise, but mine in name. One day, they will not only see her in passing, but will recognize her as the woman who stands beside me, the one who wears her place in my life proudly and without apology. This photo is not just an accident of exposure. To me, it feels like a sign, a glimpse of what is to come, a whisper from fate reminding us both that our love was never meant to stay hidden in shadows. Perhaps it was always meant to be revealed, piece by piece, moment by moment, until the day comes when the world no longer wonders who she is, but instead bows to the reality that she is my chosen one, my partner, my future queen. And as I look again at this picture, I realize something even deeper. No matter how the world reacts, no matter what they think or say, I will continue to cherish her in ways no lens can capture, in ways no video can reveal. Because the truest parts of her, her voice that steadies me, her laughter that heals me, her heart that holds me, can never be contained in a single frame. Those belong only to me, and I will protect them with everything I have. Her presence, even in the form of a single picture, is enough to change the atmosphere around me. It is as though the world pauses for a brief moment, caught in the quiet gravity of her being. I can see why others would be drawn to her. The softness in her eyes, the calm in her expression, the kind of beauty that doesn't demand attention, but simply commands it without effort. Yet what the world sees is only the surface, and I smile knowing that the depths of her soul are far more radiant than any image can ever hold. Every time I look at her face, even in stillness, I am reminded of the vows I have already made in my heart, not vows spoken in ceremony or sealed before a crowd, but private vows whispered in silence, that I will stand beside her in all things, that I will guard her peace as fiercely as I would defend a kingdom, that I will spend my life learning the many languages of her heart. These are promises no photograph can reveal, but they are written in me as surely as they are written in destiny. What strikes me most is the thought of how far we have come to reach this moment. All the struggles, all the waiting, all the tests of patience and faith, they were not in vain. They shaped us, refined us, prepared us for the life we are about to build together. This image, shared so unexpectedly, is more than a reflection of her face. It is a reflection of our journey. It is a glimpse into a love that has survived doubt, distance, and time. And that love, now visible even in fragments, will one day be seen in its full glory when we stand together before all. I imagine that day often. The day when there will be no more secrecy, no more wondering, no more speculation. The day when I will take her hand openly, with the world as witness, and declare that she is mine and I am hers. No hesitation, no fear, no shadow between us. Just truth. And perhaps this small unveiling, this photograph reaching the eyes of strangers, is but the first step toward that future. Let them see her now. Let them wonder. Let them ask questions. In time, the answers will be undeniable. For she is not only the woman whose image they glimpse, she is the woman who will walk beside me through life, whose name will be tied with mine in history, whose love will echo long after we are gone. And as I hold on to this thought, I find peace, because whether revealed in secret or presented in ceremony, her presence is no accident. She is meant to be seen. She is meant to be known. She is meant to stand at the center of my life, and nothing, not even the quiet whisper of fate through a single photograph, can take that truth away. There is something timeless in the way love reveals itself, sometimes in small, unexpected moments. A glance, a word, a touch, and sometimes a picture that slips into the world before its time. But no matter how it happens, the truth behind it cannot be hidden for long. What exists between two hearts will always find a way to shine through. I think about how strange it must feel for others to look upon her face without knowing the depth of her story. They see beauty, yes, but they do not see the courage that has carried her, the patience that has shaped her, or the kindness that flows from her with every breath. They cannot see the countless hours of waiting, the unspoken sacrifices, the quiet strength she gives me when no one else is watching. These things are invisible to the world, but they are what make her the person I choose every day. And I know that one day the world will understand. They will not just see an image or hear a name. They will witness the reality of what we have built. They will see a partnership born, not out of convenience or duty, but out of love strong enough to withstand every trial. They will see how she walks beside me, not behind me, not in front of me, but with me, every step aligned, every path shared. That is the truth no picture can ever fully capture, but one day it will be undeniable. I imagine the moments ahead, when no secrecy will be needed, when I can openly honor her for all that she is. I see the day when I can place her hand in mine in front of everyone, and let the world witness what I have always known in my heart, that she is my partner, my equal, my greatest treasure. That moment will not just be a declaration, it will be the fulfillment of everything fate has been preparing us for. And even beyond that day, I see a lifetime stretched before us, days filled with ordinary beauty, shared meals, late-night conversations, mornings in sunlight and evenings in quiet reflection, days when we will lift each other through hardship, celebrate victories both great and small, and grow together into people even stronger than we are now. A lifetime where our love does not remain frozen in one picture, but lives, breathes, and expands with every passing season. This is what I hold in my heart whenever her face is revealed, whether by accident or by design. It is not simply about what others see, but about what I know. And what I know is unshakable, that she belongs at the center of my life, that her place by my side is not chance but destiny, and that no opinion, no judgment, no fleeting moment can ever change the truth of our bond. The thought of standing before her on that day fills me with a sense of awe that words can barely contain. The hall will be alive with light, voices hushed as if the very air knows it is witnessing something sacred. Yet for me, all of it will fade the moment I see her take her first step toward me. The music, the whispers, the crowd, they will dissolve into silence, because in that instant there will be nothing else but her. I will watch her walk, each movement carrying the weight of every promise we ever whispered to one another. Her eyes will meet mine, and in them I will see not just the woman before me, but the countless moments that brought us here, the nights we endured apart, the laughter we shared in secret, the faith we held on to when the world seemed uncertain. Every step will be a story, and by the time she reaches me, I will feel as though I am holding not just her hand, but an entire lifetime we are about to begin. When I speak my vows, they will not be polished words rehearsed for ceremony. They will be raw, born from the deepest corners of my soul. I will tell her that she is my shelter, my strength, my greatest joy. I will promise her that I will walk beside her in every storm, that I will guard her dreams as carefully as I guard my own, that my love will not fade with time but grow deeper with every breath we take together. And as I say these words, I will mean them not just for that day, but for every day that follows until the very end of my life. And when she places her hand in mine, sealing her vow to me, I know the weight of the crown I carry will finally feel lighter. For what is duty without love to steady it? What is a kingdom without a queen whose heart is bound to mine? Her presence will not only complete me, it will complete the life I am meant to live. Together, we will not just reign, we will live, love, and build something that will outlast us both. In that moment, when the world rises to its feet and the hall echoes with joy, I will not be thinking of glory or power. I will be thinking only of her, of how her hand feels in mine, of how her smile has the power to undo me, of how fortunate I am to call her mine. And though the ceremony will end, though the music will fade and the candles burn low, the truth will remain. I will have found in her not just a partner, but the other half of my soul. The years ahead stretch out like an unwritten book, and I see us filling its pages slowly, carefully, with moments that matter. There will be mornings when we wake to the sound of bells outside the palace, and she will smile at me before the world even knows I am awake. There will be evenings when we sit by the fire, no ceremony, no formality, just two souls finding comfort in one another's presence. These will be the chapters that sustain us, the quiet details that make a lifetime beautiful. There will also be days when the weight of responsibility presses harder than either of us would wish, times when decisions carry consequences beyond ourselves, when storms seem to rise from every corner of the kingdom. But I know she will be there, her calm steadying me, her voice reminding me of who I am and why I lead. Together, we will face those trials not as two individuals, but as one. Where I falter, she will lift me. Where she doubts, I will guide her. This is the bond we will carry, not fragile, but unbreakable. I imagine us walking among our people, not as untouchable figures of power, but as human beings who care deeply for those entrusted to us. She will speak with kindness, listening to voices often unheard, while I will draw strength from her compassion. Together, we will try to shape a reign that is remembered not for its wealth or wars, but for the love and justice that guided it. A reign where our love is not just ours alone, but something that breathes life into the very soul of the kingdom.